What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over the changes in today's Fortnite update. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful or informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of today's update. So we got 2 new items added to the game and also several things vaulted from the past Winterfest because Winterfest is now over. The items that were added are going to be the Enforcer AR and the Flowberry Fizz healing item. So starting off with the Enforcer AR, I'm sure a lot of you are probably already familiar with this weapon because while it was just added to the loot pool today, you've actually been able to get it for the duration of Chapter 5 by eliminating the Jonesy NPC in the underground base area. And if you eliminated that NPC, there was a chance that he would drop a blue version of this Enforcer AR. And I actually did make a video on that a few weeks ago, so I know a lot of you probably were already aware of that and maybe tried this weapon out already. If you aren't familiar with it, it's a slow-firing, hard-hitting assault rifle. I've seen a lot of people compare it to the Red Eye AR from Chapter 4, but one of the key differences is that everything is projectile now, so it does have bullet travel time. Obviously, with it being, slow fire rate, hard-hitting, it's going to be something that's more optimal for longer range. And I think that's the main downside of this weapon because its main strength is a type of fight that you probably don't want to be having this season because of how good snipers are. And that's kind of how I felt about it when I was using it before it even got added to the game from the Jonesy NPC. It's just yeah, this does hit hard and you can melt people pretty fast if you, only hit headshots. But the slower fire rate makes it really not that great for close or medium range. And then once you get into long range, you're probably just going to want to be using your sniper anyways, and the longer that you're peeking in a long range fight, the more likely it is that you'll just end up getting sniped. So for that reason, I don't really see myself using the Enforcer AR very much. And of the ARs currently in the game, I think it is the worst. Interestingly enough, the mythic at Grand Glacier was not changed as of the time I'm recording this. So in the video I made several weeks ago about the Enforcer AR, I talked about how the mythic you get at Grand Glacier says it's an Enforcer AR, but it's actually a Nemesis. And I thought when they added the actual Enforcer AR to the game, they would change that mythic to be a mythic version of the Enforcer AR. But that hasn't happened, and you still do get a mythic Nemesis AR from eliminating the boss at Grand Glacier. Again, as of the time I'm recording this video, it's possible that may end up changing. The next item that we got is going to be Flowberry Fizz. This is actually a really interesting healing item that kind of comes off like a combination of several others. So it's a big kind of champagne bottle, and then you pop it and pour the Flowberry Fizz all over yourself, and it will give you shield. And it works similar to how the Med Mist worked in the past, where you could hold the button down, and as you held it, you would keep using it. And then when you stopped using it, the reserve would be there for you to use later on. That's how the Flowberry Fizz works with shield. So, if you have a fresh Flowberry Fizz item, it comes with 100 charge, so it'll give you 100 shield. If you had 80 shield and then used this, you could get to full health and then you would still have 80 left over. You can save it for later, similar to how Med Mist was. And it does give the Flowberry zero gravity effect. And it also does heal nearby teammates. So if you and your teammates all kind of cluster up, you can all heal to 100 shield with one Flowberry Fizz item. So think of it as a combination of the Flowberries and the shield keg, but it works like how the Med Mist was, where you hold the button to use it, and then as you use it, you use more of it and you gain more shield. So it's a really interesting item, and I actually quite like this item. I don't know if it's my favorite healing item in the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack. So if you have one Flowberry Fizz and then you come across another, you can't just combine them to have more. I think that would make it really good. If it could have 200 total charge, and then as you found more fizzes, you could add it, and increase. So if you had 250s, you pick up that 50 and now you have 100. I think that would make it really good, but that is not how it works. It's just one item similar to how the Med Mist was. And I think that's what kind of makes it rough because it's you only have 100 shield from a max duration 1. So if you get sniped, you can use it and then you'll have none left over if your entire shield was broken. So for that, I don't think it's It's questionable, but it is very good when you're getting pressured. So I'll have a clip on screen now of a game I won today, and I end up fighting a riot shielder, and they do more damage to me than I would have liked, and we're immediately getting third-partied. This is a really bad situation, but I'm able to use some of my Flowberry Fizz before that third party gets to me. This heals me up a bit, and it also gives me the low gravity effect, so when I shockwave away from that third party, I get further than I would without the Flowberry effect, you know? And then I'm able to use it while in air immediately and just keep using it until I land. And then he doesn't chase me, I end up winning the game. But if they did chase, the fact that I was able to get further with that initial shockwave because of the Flowberry effect, and the fact that I was able to like easily use it when traveling through the sky without worrying about like wasting any, was really nice. If I had big pots in that situation, I wouldn't have I would have used the big pot and not had more left over for, you know, after like between uses. That big pot would have been consumed, and I also wouldn't have had the low gravity effect. So I think it's definitely possible this game would have gone differently if I didn't have the Flowberry Fizz and I had a different healing item instead. So I think that's kind of the ideal use case for it. I think in team game modes it's going to be very good, and it is a solid healing item. I just don't know if I want to carry that instead of big pots. One of the other nice things about big pots is they stack, and a lot of people carry them. So like if you get into a fight and you have to use 2 of your bigs, but that player also dropped 1, then you have that to like add to your reserve, and maybe now you have 2 big pots if you had 3 going into that fight. Definitely a good item though, for sure. It's not a bad item by any means. And then the vaulted items today are just going to be the winterfest items. So like the grappler, the plunger version isn't really a winter item, but if you remember, this was added because the icy one was vaulted due to a bug. So the plunger grappler is gone. The grapple blade is still in. I'm talking about the plunger grappler. The icy floppers are gone. The snowmen are gone. The snowball launcher is gone. And the presents around the map are gone. The present item is gone, and the Winterberg Island was also removed. There's just nothing there now instead, just more water. I was actually really interested to see what they were going to do with the Winterberg Island after Winterfest, if it was going to, you know, remain but lose its winter touch, or if they would just remove it completely. They opted to remove it completely. And Loot Island was also changed back to what it was prior to Winterfest. So it's like the launch chapter 5 Loot Island rather than the Crackshot Cabin version of Loot Island, and you can no longer open your presents in the in-game challenge section. If you didn't do that prior to Winterfest ending, you just missed out on those items, to my knowledge. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys found it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more, comment down below what you think of these changes. I think the Flowberry Fizz is a good item. I don't think the Enforcer AR is really that good, especially with how dominant snipers are in the game right now. But that is going to be it for this. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Get the logic. This will just leave. I hear somebody over in that direction. Man, thought. Let's do this. I don't really like it, but. Mythic Auto Shotgun and the Mythic Striker. Yeah, those are probably my 2 favorite mythics this season as well. Wish there's a Mythic Burst SMG. That gun is good. I thought that was gonna hit. Oh, crumpet. I already have one? What the heck? I thought he was gonna be in there. Oh, nice. He didn't hit any of my tires. I appreciate that. The Enforcer are good, and I don't think so. I think if I was using a striker, this guy would have died when I was shooting at him earlier. When he's in the car and I was spraying him, we would have gotten like so many more shots on him. Where did he go? Oh. This stinks. Please move, thing. I don't need you to tell me when the storm is moving. Is that house gonna be in zone? I think it is. Wait, is he not behind that tree anymore? I'm so confused. He might have just moved to the other side of it, but this guy's a unique individual. Oh, I kept bouncing him off the car. Like somebody hitting a soccer ball with their head. I just kept like bouncing him up. That was not what I was trying to do. I was hoping to just like get out, shoot him, get back in like over and over again because he's playing weird. I didn't want to fight him.